Go over here for just a second here. It's the ORBX Edgley Optica. Is this, I guess, a EA7. So, new for me. I figured it had good visibility because of all that glass up there. So, for some sightseeing, it might be good. The realism is already ruined, though, because I'm at a gate. But, whatever. I'm going to do a pushback here. There we go. Looks like it would be hot. All that glass is a big magnifying glass. You're probably right. This particular registration is out of the UK, though, so maybe it's okay because it's, not that hot over there. Not as hot. But, on a summer day, it's going to be probably quite toasty. Would agree with that. So I got a new brew that's just about to be kegged off Sked Descent. I've got a Snack Air Nut Brown Ale that it's in its 6th day. And it's not going to be a high percentage nut brown ale, but it's I'm looking forward to trying it. Speaking of that, I'm just going to take a quick look here at the tilt hydrometer, the Bluetooth hydrometer. So I think we're pretty much done. It finished at 1015 on the gravity, and it's going to be at 4.07%. Started at 1047, and I think it's pretty much done with the fermentation. Now it's just a matter of conditioning. But it's been in there for 6.57 days. So I think we'll keg that in the next 3 to 4 to 5 days. Wonder what you got going. MDH, how you doing? 3 days with no change in specific gravity usually says fermentation is done. Yeah. So I'm thinking the fermentation, the yeast has done its job, but the question I have is people say that you still let it condition. I know there's bottle conditioning, but apparently there's also fermentation, and that's why the typical fermentation for a lot of people is 2 weeks. But in this case, I'm not bottling, I'm kegging. But I don't think it hurts to keg it at maybe day 7, 8, 10. I don't know. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm good. I got to set up some views here. Whoa. So it kind of looks like a helicopter cockpit. Hey, we got a subscribe. We got a subscribe.
3 amazing years. Unbelievable. I hope you all are doing well.
Thank you for the 3-year mark. Look at that golden 3. Thank you for the support, Nathan. I hope you're well. Tell me that you are recovered from the human malware. I know that you and your family got hit, and I hope you are all recovering well. Been thinking about you for sure. Thank you for 3 years. I really appreciate it. This seriously, doesn't this look like a helicopter cockpit? And even, the helicopter, the stick, etc. It really does. It's kind of interesting. I don't know what the starting. I got to read up on the starting of this. I mean, it looks like here you got your battery, you got your gen, you got your fuel pump, pitot, your lights, normal audio, you got GNS auto. Is that an autopilot? No, that's just a transponder. I don't think there is an autopilot in here. You got your trim, you got your fuel flaps. Up here we've got ballast position indicator. Wow. Compass deviation card. Flight lock. Anyway, mixture. I think I'm getting through it. Yesterday, I was able to get the antibody infusion, and I'm feeling significantly better today. Thank you much for asking. Yeah, I'm glad that you're getting through it. Pilot Peter 19 had a trip to Mexico, NorCal, SoCal, Kentucky, and exhausted on rest. That does sound like quite the trip. Offsked says, think of it was a fixed wing aircraft designed by a rotary pilot. Yeah. And yeah, definitely we need the fire extinguisher. Anyway, I'm just going to do this. Oh, there we go. Throttle. Mixture. I'm assuming. What do you guys think that friction is? Do you think that's trim or no? I don't even know. The plane doesn't sound very healthy right there. Throttle friction? Okay. Yeah, something doesn't sound right. Turn the gens on. Fuel pump on. Got left and right. Doesn't that sound awful? I have no idea what those red handles are, but she sounds better now. Alright, well, I'm going to make a view. So I think it's Control-Alt-4. Then we'll go back down here and go 4. Captain Mahoney, how you doing? Was that fuel? Was that fuel starvation? I guess. Yeah, I guess so. It definitely sounds better now. So you had a throttle friction knob in the C-130. Okay. Some guys like smooth, loose thrust lever. Some like it stiffer. Okay. Left and right tank. The thing is, the left and right tank, I guess your fuel switch is right here, I'm assuming. So that I would have thought that was there. So I'm thinking this is just like fuel cutoff, emergency cutoff maybe, or not emergency, but just fuel cutoff maybe. Yeah, could be. The pump's right there. I don't need any pitot heat. Turn on the taxi light. And we can turn on. Transponder's not powering up. I wonder if. Oh, there we go. On. No. Not going on. Normal audio. Panel lights. There's the start engine button. Homie Live US, how you doing? 44 months. You don't
44 months. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for 44 months, Homie Live US. I have a question for you, Homie Live. How is Carafun? Is Carafun fun? I need to know. I heard you have dabbled in that. Goodness. I don't have a transponder. C206 stationaire. We have a 55-month subscribe. 55 months. Dang.
Good morning, John, and all. Can't believe 55 months.
It's crazy. Like if you look at that C206 stationaire, you have almost spent 5 years with me, coming up in 5 months. That is gosh, that's like 10% of my life, maybe 9% of my life. I've been hanging out with C206 stationaire. I don't think this transponder turns on, but I could be wrong. There's maybe some other thing going on here. But the 55-month I think is the high, which I think about 9 people have it. Some have been OGs. You just load up a song, it has the lyrics, and if you don't know, they have a way to hear the whole song too. Okay, I think I'm going to try it because I don't have a good voice, but you're not meant to in karaoke, right? That's half the entertainment is sounding bad. It's kind of like it's entertainment in and of itself. All right, I don't know where downtown Singapore is, but Singapore's not that big, so we should be able to find it. I might bring up the chart here, though. Bear with me. The K in snack is karaoke. Exactly. That's true. Wait. What's the rest of it? It's we came up with the where snack came from, but I forgot my coffee's not in working yet, so but this URL not found. How you doing? And Captain Mahoney says he has this plane, but has never done cold and dark. Yeah, I could have tried I could have tried to do a manual start. But yeah, Southern Nebraska Air and karaoke. Yes. Is this Changi or Paya Lebar? This is Whiskey Sierra Sierra Sierra. So I don't know which one that is, but let's take a look here. So if we just go, we bring world map up. Oh yeah, Singapore's not that big. I mean this is, yeah, Singapore is just right here. So pretty much if we fly westbound, we should be able to hit some nice scenery. You've been to both Changi and I don't know if you say it, Paya Lebar in a DC-10. See, you've got some real history off Skid Descent. You've got some stories to tell. Yeah. Xbox Gamer 12, how you doing? You're also in stream, brand new. Welcome aboard. Welcome. My name is John Fly, and some of these characters in here have been hanging out with me for the last 55 months. Or actually longer, because I didn't get Twitch partner until in after my first year streaming, I believe. Yeah. Interesting. There we go. That's preset view. I gotta find the compass. So that's south. So if we take off and do a left turn, that should be good. One day I can land with my Icon A5 in the Marina Sands pool. Yes, for sure. Marina Bay Sands. Is that here? Is that in Singapore? We used to do a DC-10 trip where we flew Tokyo, Singapore, and Diego Garcia all in one day. I've got a friend who I met through ham radio, and he became a merchant marine, and he always sailed to Diego Garcia. Diego Garcia also has its own ham radio prefix, so I would like to go there one day and operate. If my memory serves me correctly, and you can Google this, ham radio DXCC prefix for Diego Garcia, I think is Victor Quebec 9. And if I pulled that out of my brain correctly, then you should all be very amazed. Victor Quebec 9, I think, is the prefix for Diego Garcia. Oh. Fly Girl has something to show you guys. Wait, hold on. There we go. They put the parking brake on. We're going to show them. What do you want to show them? Just tell them what it is.
Monkey.
It's a monkey that she found on On Amazon?
Yeah.
You want to buy it?
Yeah.
Is it alive or pretend?
It's real.
It's real? We're going to buy a real monkey, guys. Are you going to ask Santa for it?
Yeah.
What are you going to name it?
Deed.
Deeden?
No, Deed.
Oh, why don't you name it Diego Garcia?
No, Deed.
Oh, okay. All right. Offsked Descent says hi.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Well, hi. Iowa Scotsman says hi. What would you do with the monkey, homie? Hey, Piper. What would you do with the monkey? Play with him, of course. And give him a banana?
Yeah, because...
Yeah, monkeys like bananas. Yeah. Coffee cup was in the way there. Anyway. Yeah, the Beatles t-shirt. Exactly. Yeah, that's... Yeah. She's got some taste, huh? All right, let's take off. So I'm going to come in here and... Actually, we'll just make a light view. So I'm going to hold down Control-Alt-3. So I can cycle between 4 and 3 quickly. And we'll go nav, strobes, landing, taxi off. Sure. And again, we're going to want to fly westbound. Here we go. Have you changed? Yes, I did change my pit orientation. I have flipped it. You now see the key. Is it a keezer or is it a kegerator? This is the where I keep the kegs cool. I've got two 5-gallon corny kegs in there with 2 different CO2 tanks. That's the kegger. Is it a keezer or a kegerator? I think it's a keezer. Here we go. Engine noise for takeoff. Oh, flaps. Whoa. Whoa, there's some bias there. After we get past the airport, we'll make a left turn here. Noise canceling headphones on. A few of us are going to be carafunding later tonight. Should be awesome. Oh, that's cool. Is that the Moose After Dark situation? The simulator pilot. I'm doing very well. How are you? Thanks for asking. How are you? What's on your Sunday agenda is what I really would like to know. I see that you're flying in my hometown of Singapore. Is this your hometown? That's very cool. That's very cool. I would like to visit the city. I've been through your airport before, but I've never left the airport. I was just there on a layover. I would love to visit though. Changi is... Let me back up here. Offsked says I'm going to use a bias excuse next time my flying doesn't go well. Wonder if the passengers will buy it. It was a rudder bias. It was a rudder bias. Changi is a military airfield to the west of this. Okay. On the same property? Near the same property or what? Cajun Cacti, good morning. Yeah, it's a bubble. Yeah, it's definitely a bubble. Okay, so the military base is over there then, right? All that brown. No rudder trim in this aircraft. No, there's not. And there's no aileron trim, I'm assuming, either. Let's see if there's a fake autopilot, though, on the SciTech panel. I'm gonna... Oops. No. No, 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 no. Oh, good. Whew. I thought we lost it. Okay, we're gonna head toward the... Excuse me. We're gonna head toward downtown. I'm assuming... I'm assuming that's the outer marker. Beep, but... Not sure. Yeah. Sorry, just got a morning croak voice. A froggy frog. Alright, I'm gonna see if the autopilot... Because sometimes in X-Plane you can cheat. Even though a plane doesn't have an autopilot, if you use the SciTech panel, it'll do it. Nope, didn't work. Is your voice trying to tell you it's beer o'clock? Yes. In fact, JV84, how you doing? Thank you for all your flights for Snack Air. You're well on your way to sitting pretty with the raffle. You've got a number of flights, and also thank you for offering your aircraft. I think was it a Baron that you gave that guy for a loaner, a long-term loaner. I was gonna tell you that if you wanted Snack Air to pay you for that plane and then just give it to him outright, I will do that. Because that's very kind of you, but hope you're well. But speaking of brewskis, I did oh, my flaps are down. I did do a run across the border last night where I had a lot more selection of that said item. Look for Tradewinds Hotel, cool underground mall, botanical gardens are next door. Okay, I don't know where any of this stuff is, but I think we're going to head toward that downtown area, and it should be fantastic. Got a U.S. passport here about 3 hours during a layover. Oh, they just shipped it here, huh? Pre 9/11, we could use a military ID in lieu of a passport. I remember that. Yeah. It's fine. I just thought I'd help him out, so he doesn't need to rent. No, that's very kind. You know, the whole reason. Let me trim up here a little bit. The whole reason that Snack Air exists is because of well, one guy got me into it, right? And some of you guys know Marcus. Marcus is a Pilot Edge controller. He's a friend of mine who used to live in Utah. We've met together in the real world. He really helped me out with getting into X-Plane. He introduced me pretty much to FS Economy, and as a gift, he just gave me a Cessna 172. And that 172 is what started Snack Air. And the call sign was November 572 Delta X-Ray. And then, as we started to grow, another fine gentleman gave me, his name's Goldsy77, also a Pilot Edge controller. Some of you guys know Goldsy. He gave me a B1900, and that really kicked off Snack Air. So those two gentlemen, just the whole idea of helping people out with giving them planes, motivating them to stay with the FS Economy, giving them a little bit of a head start. You never know where it's going to lead you. And now Snack Air is gigantic. We have sold off quite a number of our smaller airports, but we're keeping the big ones. I mean, we own some very large airports, like Newark, for example. It takes a long time to own Newark. But anyway, my point is, I'm happy that you gave that guy a loaner of that plane for a while so he could fly rent-free and build up his bank balance. I believe he also joined Snack Air because of the Snack Race, where we're giving away 20 million FSE dollars. I think the Bedek Reservoir is to the right side. Okay, I may have missed it. There's another airport right there. I don't know what this large dome is up here. Which on Xbox we get freeware. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Xbox is great for flying around in say the Cessna 152 and a few of the other planes. But I find it difficult to do things like autopilot, and I've got to do a little more testing with my Xbox flight sim. But if you're going to do any sort of serious flying, you may want to have both the Xbox, but also have the PC version. Because I believe if you're an Xbox Live customer, you get it. You know, it's a part of your subscription. In honor of Marcus, with you. Yes, exactly. Offsket's Descent says our plane broke, so we went a couple of days here. Passwords weren't required back yet. Then, one of our boom operators realized we could get gate as a same-day passport. Oh wow, took a couple months. Nice. Well, I'm glad that you got to spend some time here. That's Singapore Stadium. Is that Simulator Pilot? Okay. Simulator Pilot is a local. Do you still live here? Are you from here and you live somewhere else, or are you from here and still live here? I believe, and I could be wrong, chewing gum is illegal in Singapore. That's beautiful right there. Yeah, that's really cool. There's a Ferris wheel. You do live here? Okay. MSFS is on Game Pass, both XP, PC and Xbox. Okay. Perfect. See? A lot of new members, but that's a good thing. Yeah, there are a lot of new members. Yep. I still live in Singapore on the west side. Okay. Yeah, Xbox is fun. Even my 5-year-old is able to use the controller and do flights around, which is fantastic. Chewing gum is not totally illegal. Only medical gum is allowed. There you go. Medical gum. I didn't know there was such thing as medical gum. Look at that. I would like to play soccer on that field, out on the water. That's fantastic. There's the Mandarin Oriental. I used to work. I installed internet in a Mandarin Oriental hotel in Geneva, Switzerland, and maintained it for a while. I used to have to travel there from when I lived in Munich. Wow, look at this. All this stuff. Okay. Wow, ANZ, that's New Zealand Bank, right? Citibank. JP Morgan. The Westin Hotel. Wow. Wow. Some pretty amazing detail. Fish Go Blue, how you doing? Tomorrow's moving day. Welcome to Utah. Fish Go Blue and I are going to go golfing here in the near future. If not this fall, then the next season, spring or something. But we should probably live stream a few holes. That field is the float at Marina Bay. Okay. So that's where you wanted to land the Icon 10. Okay. Good luck on the move, Fish Go Blue. To the left side is the PSA port. Yeah, yeah. My favorite plane, Xbox Gamer 12 Alpha. My favorite plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator is the CJ4, and you can't do the CJ4 mod on Xbox at the present time. I do wonder though if my SciTech panels will ever work on the Xbox. I do understand that you can plug in a keyboard and a mouse and a yoke, joystick, whatever, but I don't know if SciTech panels, like radio panels, autopilot panels, will work with the Xbox. You love flying over golf courses I've played? Oh yeah. Do you know me? Can someone please? I'll give 1,000 snacks for the first person to put up the golf emote. Let's do it. Nice cruise ship. There it is. DMB Bird's on it. There's the golf emote. B2 was close. I am impressed. So just so you know, this is ORBX. This is not only ORBX Singapore landmarks, but it's also ORBX plane. This Edgley Optica is an ORBX plane. So golf course right up there. I'm gonna have to give DMB Bird 1,000 snacks. Nathan, did you post that golf course because I said golf course, or was that a late golf course? I need to reset my golf emote macro. Yeah, I would like to play this golf course. That's some expensive real estate right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know what? I wanted to fly on this side of the, I wanted to see this little, is this a botanical garden here? John R72, how you doing? I saw you in the Mustafa stream. How you doing? Yeah, that must be the botanical gardens right there. Can you get the AN33 cell plane for... No, you can't get that for Xbox, I imagine. That's my guess anyway. All right, then we're going to circle around these skyscrapers around on the other side. I'm doing very well. I'm always in a very good mood hanging out with you guys on a Sunday morning, having my coffee and just shooting the breeze. It's been a fantastic morning. My wife made me an amazing breakfast sandwich and with English muffin, cheddar cheese, nice eggs, super yummy. And then I danced in the kitchen to some country music. Oh, also some Jonas Brothers. Now I'm down here hanging out with you guys, checking out Singapore. There's Right Girl emote. Yep. She got her Peloton T-shirt. She's done 100 rides on on the Peloton program, and so they sent her a T-shirt. Fantastic. So the buildings where you're flying near is the Central Business District, or CBD, down there. Okay. CBD. I've noticed that, like, they used to refer to, when I lived in Australia, that it was Sydney CBD as well. Oh, there's some good stuff down there to go check out. They've done a pretty good job. You saw the iconic building to the left side. I know a very well-known building. That location is Chinatown. Okay, I did see a building back there with some Chinese characters on it. I don't know if the stadium, Singapore, if the stadium opens up on the other side. Should we try to fly through it? We could go take a look. Might not be open on the other side, though. Bad idea? It doesn't look open on the other side. What a man gotta do. Totally wrapped up. You're right, it looks closed. Does ORBX make this available for the Xbox? That's awesome. Yeah, I think we have a new wave of flight simulators coming in as a result of the Xbox release. It's fantastic. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I have to look at like a scene like that, and it just. Can you pause the sim, by the way? I know you can go escape, but can you pause the sim? I never have figured that out. Internet went out. Oh, I hate it when it does that. C206. Oh, you're asking if it's available on Xbox. I don't know. Okay, there's the pause key. Okay, so I just. Okay, so I'm looking at this scene right here with all these buildings, this beautiful plane, and I've showed this before, but I'm gonna show it again. This is what I used to fly in 1986. That's what I flew. Sorry about the noise, headphone users. No, but that's what I flew. I started on that in 19. That was that F-mod sound. This was version 1.0, 1986. Is that New York? Or is that yeah, that's New York. I flew a lot around Meigs, of course. But 1986, I was 14. This is what my dad bought me. And it was just like, and then you take that and you, and by the way, you can still download that, and there's an emulator on the internet. And you can actually fly that. I'm not kidding. And then you come to this, and you have this. What? That ancient flight simulator. Yeah, that. Yeah, yeah. You see every pixel. More advanced than when you started with Iowa. Yeah. Well. I'm glad I got version 1 in the books for Mac. It wasn't PC, it was Mac. Yeah, crazy, isn't it, right? 35 years. Yep. And the thing is that I enjoyed it, right? Because I enjoyed it. Why did I enjoy it? Well, because I could move that needle. The VOR needle actually worked for navigation, and I remember, I'll never forget it. And I've talked about this before on stream before. It's been a few years, but the manual that came with it. In fact, I want to get my hands on one of those manuals for that game. It had a centerfold. And on the centerfold chart was all of the VORs. I think they were in California maybe, but you tune in nav 1 and nav 2, two VORs, and then I learned when I was 14, and I learned how you triangulate your position. You get a radial off of one VOR and you draw a line with a pencil, and then a radial from another VOR and you draw the line, and you've cross-referenced your position. And I was just like, that is so cool. And so the graphics to me at the time were like, yeah, this is cool. The fact that I can, take the mouse and pull back and the plane goes up. I have no idea why I enjoyed it so much when, you know, I don't think we'd have patience to fly it for an hour nowadays. It's all about perspective, I guess, but I appreciate the fact that I was doing it 35 years ago. Then again, the power it takes to power the sim used to power your entire home. That's true. It's very true. Anything we could do and it was cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We were kids. Yeah. Kids. Yep. And none of my friends were interested in it whatsoever. And so, to each their own. I think it also came with a keyboard overlay for Commodore 64 that showed what each key would do. Yes, I think I recall seeing one of those before. I didn't have one of those on my Mac. And I've told you guys this before as well. I took it to school because I was in a television class in in Littleton, Colorado, and we had to do a project and film it, and we had the gigantic Sony Betamax. No, actually, this was a VHS recorder, big old huge shoulder video recorder, and I brought the Mac into the classroom, and the teacher said, "That's not going to show up. That's not going to show up on the video because it's a computer." I said, "Well, this is a Mac, so it is." And sure enough, the flight simulation showed up on the video, and I showed everyone how to fly, take off, land, crash, you name it. A little bit of navigation. And I've said it before, and I'll say it many times in the future. I wish that I could get my hands on that videotape. So you could potentially say, I was the first person to ever stream flight simulation on video. I streamed it live for people, but also recorded. 1986. All right, I think I'm done with this. I think I'm going to go back to the airport. I may land at that airport that we saw over there prior. So one more pass of the city, but I'm going to change it to nighttime. So we'll come up here to the weather. And we'll go 9 o'clock. Commodore VIC-20. Nah. Okay, you got to admit, Microsoft has upped their game with night lighting. It used to be when we compared P3D or FSX to X-Plane, X-Plane always beat it with night lighting in X-Plane 11. Is that lightning or what was that? But it's safe to say that the night lighting here is competitive. DMV Bird, I agree. It does look fantastic. Yeah, simulator pilot. You have a beautiful city. Yep, you do. So what keeps you occupied during the week, simulator pilot? What's your occupation and or hobby pastime here in the fine country of Singapore? I think Singapore's ham radio prefix is 9 Victor. 9 Victor. I think. I could be wrong on that one. They had 14 years to get it right. 35, yeah. Never did get the 64 before getting a more advanced computer at the time for college work. I had a C64 as well. I started on a CPM machine. Have any of you guys heard of a CPM based machine? It wasn't DOS, it was CPM. You ran the operating system out of a floppy that was about this big. It was a floppy disk, and then you had your program like your WordStar or your DBase. In the other disk drive, it was a gigantic. It was gigantic. It was about the size of an oven. Yeah, 14 for FSX. Yeah. You had the VIC 20, 64, 120, and then the Atom. Yeah. Like I say, I started on the CPM machine. Went to a DOS machine in the late 80s. Windows in the mid to late 80s, also, and Atari. Did an Atari 400, 800. Had the modem. Had the modem where you would pick up the phone and put it on the handset, and you'd run 300 baud to your BBS and I was also a member of CompuServe back in 86, 87. The lights look cool. And then, yeah. And I kind of went away from Mac for a long time, up until just like last year. And now I run, wow, look at that. Wow. And now I run a Mac and a PC at work. And I used to not like Macs, before last year, and then now I'm really digging the Mac. I won't game on the Mac, but I have a new M1 at work desktop Mac, and it's pretty good. Currently serving in the military as part of the national service. Well done. My hobby is plane spotting, but the air traffic in Singapore has dramatically reduced due to the pandemic. I don't have a PC to run a flight simulator, but I do fly in Infinite Flight, the mobile simulator. Okay. So, your English is fantastic, by the way. Is it your first or second language? But that's really cool that you're into the plane spotting, and I'm sure you've got some stories from your military experience. I have a Dell laptop, 2019 MacBook, and an Ubuntu Linux computers for work. You sound like me. I have Ubuntu as well. Production and play Ubuntu. I forgot to mention that. Okay, we're going to land. I'm probably selling my desktop to get an M1 Mac. Now, there is the M1X that's coming out, and also the M2 is not that far off in the distance. Oh, and the new iPhone 13 comes out next month, I believe. The engine doesn't sound that good right now. Wow. Dang driver! 4 freaking years.
Woohoo, 4 years.
Nacha Flaps in honor of Dang Driver, 48 months, 4 years. Thank you, Dang Driver. What is up? We're just night flying here in Singapore with the Edgley Optica. Just checked out ORBX Singapore landmarks, and now we're landing. But thank you for 4 years. Appreciate that very much. What's new with you? English is my primary language, and my mother tongue is Mandarin, which is embarrassing because I can't speak Mandarin. Okay, I was going to say you have impeccable English, though. I find that a lot of people, I live in a state that does have a lot of multilingual people, but we as Americans tend to be monolingual, a lot of us, like myself. I'm always impressed by people who speak other languages. This thing can float. That was a floaty McFloatster. MSFS all screwed up on my PZ. Haven't finished a flight in weeks, but still trying. I've heard a lot of reports of people having issues, but I have not had any issues. Knock on wood. I haven't. I don't even know what airport this is.